everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I'm doing a full face of first impressions. So I have quite a mixed bag today. I have some really affordable products, some quite high-end products, so I thought I would just throw them all on my face today. So I'm going to start off with primer. So I finally done it. I picked up the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enrich Face Base. So I actually got this really affordable. So where I work, there is a sale on and I could use my staff discount. So I got this for like £10. And I know that this is the trial size, but honestly, I want to know if this is worth the hype. One of my friends, she's obsessed with this and she keeps on telling me to pick it up. And so I thought, you can't beat it for £10 because normally this is like £70+. It kind of reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream because of how expensive it is and how much it's hyped. So I am really excited to try this because I don't know what to expect. So you can use this, I know, as a primer and obviously as a moisturizer. Holy moly, this is very soft. And someone who has very dry skin, like I have such dry skin, it's insane. I've heard that something like this would be amazing. And again, the price point is a little bit high, but I mean, I don't see any issue with me constantly buying a trial size, because even when you don't buy it on a sale, I'm pretty sure it's still, what, £15? And I know that's expensive, but this is actually bigger than I thought it was. I literally thought it was going to be like half the size of like barely any product. Okay, so while that settles in, because that smells amazing. I mean, it smells weird. It smells nice and like really refreshing, but it feels also amazing and really glowy. So while that settles in, I'm gonna go with my brows. So I actually picked this up today. So this is the W7 Perfect Tamer. So this is just a clear brow gel, and I thought I would just pick one up. I think it cost me like £3, but I haven't picked up anything like a lot from W7 recently, because I mean there's like two things that I have from them today that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. I've not had a chance to try, but today I saw that this was at my beauty outlet and I thought, let me give it a go. I mean, it's like the smallest brush in the world, but hopefully it might be able to do something to my eyebrows because they are wild beyond belief. But I would just see if it does anything. It doesn't feel like there's any product, but let me just have a feel. I mean, it is quite soft, so let me just see how it works, like just kind of giving it a minute to like settle down. Okay, now that the primer has sunk in, now we're going to go onto foundation. So I'm finally trying the NYX Blur Bear With Me foundation. So this is a tinted foundation. I picked this up from Boots. I think it was like £9.99 and it's in the shade Vanilla. So I have tried pretty much all of the NYX foundations and Vanilla is always like my go-to shade. So I thought hopefully they haven't changed the shades when it comes to it, which I doubt it. But I'm really intrigued to try this because NYX are just a brand that constantly coming out with so many amazing products, and I'm just super excited to try it. I'm also going to use a new brush. So I actually picked this up from She Glam and it is their Skinfinite foundation brush. So I initially bought this to try with their foundation, but I thought, you know what, who cares, like I can just use it on anything. And it's got that little dip in the middle, so obviously if you squeeze in any foundation, you'll just be able to put it on there. So I'm just gonna do that with this and just hope it works really well. I don't know how much to put on, so I'm only starting off with the tiniest amount and hoping. Like, I've not seen many reviews. I think I watched Makeup by Missa do a review, and anyone else, I've seen a few people on TikTok talk about it, but I just obviously wanted to test it out myself. So what does it say it does? Because I should probably read that before I kind of make an assessment. So it says, I don't think there's much information. It just says blurring tint foundation. So yeah, that's kind of it. But I mean, I should have done my research beforehand, but I mean, I know that this is not going to be like super full coverage, which is fine, because a lot of times now I really just want to wear the lightest coverage, because I mean, as you can tell, my skin is very pigmented, is very, you know, it has its major issues, but sometimes I don't want to always be super cakey, and especially where spring and summer is coming up, I'm just going with a bit more me wearing like full-on foundation is just really strenuous on my skin. So I thought if I just pick up something that's not going to be crazy full coverage, that's still going to give me something, because again, I've mentioned this so many times, it still makes me very self-conscious to have rosacea, because I have so many people, just not as much anymore, but I've had people kind of comment, you know, giving me their 2 cents and stuff when it's not needed. And you know, it's still just very self-conscious of myself, but you know, I'm just getting on with things and just, you know, living my life. But first impressions, I mean, this has gone on really nicely. You can see it's covered a lot of my redness. Obviously there's all these bumps that I can't get rid of because that's just how textured my skin is, but it's fine. I mean, it's looking a little bit dry, but it's not like, it's not flaking off, and it's not like, you know, when you pile things on it just starts separating. But this so far is looking quite nice. So we're going to go into concealer. This is a brand new concealer, I think it's brand new, from Essence. So this is the Skin Loving Sensitive Concealer. I found this at my local Wilko, and I don't know what it is, their shade selection is really bad. This is in the shade 10 Light, and I think there was about 3 or 4 other shades, if that. So I thought this would hopefully match me the most and see how it goes. I mean, it's meant to be great for sensitive skin. I don't know how, but I'm all for that because I'm part of the sensitive skin club. So I will see how this works. Okay, so when I was putting on my concealer, I accidentally brushed my skin, and yeah, it's not looking that pleasant, but I thought I would just carry on because I've able to cover it up. So we're just going to continue. So I do apologize for the way that my face is looking right now. We're going to go on to blush. So this is actually hilarious. I've spoken about W7 so much on my channel about how they are like the king of dupes, and sometimes I don't know how they get away with things, because it's, you know, the makeup industry is so like funny here and there these days. But you know, I saw this at my beauty outlet. I think I saw it like a couple of weeks ago, and this is very reminiscent of the new Benefit blushes. And as soon as I saw this, I was like, I have to get this. So this is the blusher. This is in the shade Lotus. They came out with about 6 or 7 shades. I looked at the selection and I was blown away. It even comes with a little brush which is exactly the same as the Benefit brush. I'm not going to use this today because even the Benefit ones, I don't really like them at all because they just make such a mess. But I'm going to use some new brushes that I got from Spectrum. They're not new per se. I mean, I've had them for a while. I got them in like a mystery box, so I'm going to use it for my blush and my highlighter. I don't have a new highlighter today, which is a bit sad because I mean there hasn't really been one that I wanted to try. So this is in the shade Lotus, like I mentioned, and it's kind of like a nice deeper peach tone. So I'm actually just going to put that on and see how it works. I don't have it compared to any of the other blushes because I haven't tried them all. I've only tried like 1 or 2 of them, but I'm just gonna tap and just see how it works. I can say off the bat there is a lot of fallout in here, so it's good that the tub is actually much bigger. I mean, you barely get any product, but it's good that it's big because it doesn't make such of a big mess. So I mean, yeah, it's got a really nice glow to it. I think it was about £3, so it's so much more affordable obviously than the Benefit one. But if you don't like dupes, or you don't want to, like, you know, don't want one of your favorite brands to like miss out on your money because of someone like taking an idea, then obviously you stick with the Benefit one. But they're like £15, and I love a dupe. I mean, I really want to do a full face of W7 like on like their dupes because they have so many. I have another one coming in just a moment. So I mentioned that I don't have a new highlighter, so I'm just going to go in with my She Glam Moonside highlighter, which I absolutely love. It's like I got this a week or two, like a couple of weeks ago, and I did it and I used it in one of my first impressions. So I'm just going to put this on. Again, this is a brand new brush. I like the way this looks. It reminds me of like something from, you know, like Little Mermaid or something, because it's just really cute. But this is, oh, this again is about £4, like 4.50 is really, really affordable. I mean, I know She Glamour a bit here and there when it comes to their clothing and everything like that, but the makeup I feel is really, really well made. So now we're going on to the eyes, and like I mentioned with W7, they came out with this. I don't know how long it's been out for, but this is their Prime View eyeshadow primer. So again, it looks very reminiscent to another very famous eye primer and I think this was about £3 if that. And it's, I don't think there's a shade, it's a 01. I don't know how many shades it comes with, but I don't know if it's going to be as good as the OG, but we shall see. So I'm just going to get this all over my lids. Okay, so that's made my eyes look really pale, but I mean, if it's going to help with a primer, because I tend to use primer all the time now for my eyes, I mostly am just using the Urban Decay primer. But now let's go on to eyeshadow palette, and this is not a new palette, but I received it in a mystery box. So this is a Beauty Crop Espresso Yourself. So I have tried the Espresso Your Love palette, which I really, really like. So this one is quite similar to that palette, but this has got a lot more deeper tones. I think it's got a lot more shimmers to it as well, and it's still themed around coffee, which I love because I love coffee a lot. This is the outside box, which is really cute. It's like a nice gold box, and yeah, I thought I would just use this because I mean the formula is super duper nice. So I'm just gonna do something nice and simple if I can. The only problem that I do have with this palette is that the things are so small, so to get a brush in, it will like explode if I just try and do something. But I am gonna start off with the shade Caramel Latte, which is always my coffee of choice. So if anyone ever wants to buy me a coffee, I would have a caramel latte or a vanilla latte, please. So I'm just going to tap off any excess, and then oh, my lid has creased slightly, which does tend to happen a lot anyway. So I thought let's just get this moving as quick as possible. So let's start off with Caramel Latte. Okay, so that was a nice way to start off on the eyes. So now we're going to go in with Raspberry Mocha Kiss, which is just down here. So this is a nice deeper tone, and we're just going to take that kind of in the rest part of the lid, just here. Oh, very pigmented, very nice. Alright, that's looking good. So now I'm going to kind of make a slight wing out. So I need something a bit fluffy. I might go in... I'm going to go in with the first brush that I just used. I'm going to go in with Pumpkin Spiced just here, and I'm just going to wing it out because I want something a bit more winged, if that's what we would call it. So now I'm going to go in with, let's do some shimmers now. We'll do two shimmers because why the hell not? Let's go in with Vanilla Latte. Again, my second drink of choice if you ever want to buy me a coffee. The coffees that I have, I mean, they have to be full of sugar because I cannot really drink coffee just by itself. I could not drink just a black coffee. Like I would never... I don't think I ever would. It'd be way too strong for me. So I'm not an amazing coffee connoisseur, but I do need a coffee like every day. Honestly, it's become a massive addiction. Okay, that was something really nice. And now we're going to go in with Cinnamon Cream just here, which is going to be on the rest of the lid because it matches. For example, it matched Raspberry Mocha Kiss, so it's a really nice red shimmer. So we're just going to put that here. Oh, these shimmers are stunning. And now we're going to go with something on the inner corner because why not? Actually, inner corner and brow bone because I haven't done that in a while. So we're going to go in with, so there's Chai and Amaretto. So I feel like Chai is probably going to be the better one to go for. So I've got a really nice tiny brush that I like to use for inner corners. So we're just gonna go here. Very cute. Again, this palette has a lot of fallout, so you got to be very careful. I don't think it's my brushes, but honestly, the powders these days are very, very soft, so it doesn't surprise me that there is a lot of fallout. Just be careful that you don't make a mess when you do it basically. So we're not finished on the eyes yet because I have 2 new products. So I'm going to go in with the NYX Vivid Matte Liquid Eyeliner. So I received this today. It was gifted to me, being part of the Makeup Addicts community. I have mentioned this so many times. I'm a part of the NYX app, which is basically you get to do briefs and you get to try out makeup and stuff like that. This is not sponsored, this is just me telling you guys because I've been part of it since the beginning, which was like over a year now. And yeah, I've gotten some amazing products from them, but this is in the shade black. So yeah, I'm just going to get this on, see what the brush is like. I haven't even opened it, so this is the first time. So it's a nice little bendy brush, and we're just going to do the best we can with a wing because my wings tend to be quite bad, but let's give this a go. Okay, so that was super easy to use. I mean, the only issue that I might have is when you dip it into the lid itself, it kind of goes everywhere, so it's a little bit messy, but that's probably the only issue that I have. Apart from that, it's so easy to use. So now let's go on to mascara. So recently I went to a Charlotte Tilbury masterclass and I got a mini goodie bag, and then I got a Pillow Talk push-up lashes. So I'm very excited to try this because obviously I've not tried the larger version because it's a bit expensive, but I'm excited to try this because I'm always in the mood for trying a new mascara. So whoa, the wand is like massive. That's good to try, so let's see. Wow, that's really nice actually. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of mascaras in general because they smell and then they rarely do anything for my lashes because again, my lashes are pretty wild, but it was easy to apply, and even on my lower lash line they look insane. So let's go on to the lips. So I have this lip liner from W7. I didn't even realize from W7, but this is a lip twister. And then finally, I've had this for ages, but this is the ColourPop glowing lip. It's the Fozzie Bear one in the shade Warm Up Guy. So I'm actually really excited to try it because I actually picked it up when it came out and then stupidly I've not used it. So let's go in with the liner in the shade Nude. Okay, that was an okay lip liner. It's a little bit dry in all honesty, like I'm kind of having to dig a lot to get something. So let's go in with the lip. I don't even know what it is really. It's like it's not a lip gloss, it's not a lip balm, it's, there we go, it's like a blotting lip. So this is, well, it's called a glowing lip. So let's see how this goes. I think this is the first time that I'm trying this type of formula, but let's go. Smells really nice. Okay, this is my finished look. I really like everything. Yeah, that's actually quite surprising. Again, I do apologize what's going on with my face, but it's just something that I can't help sometimes. But running through everything, I mean, primer, obviously, yes, it smells amazing, it feels amazing on my skin. Foundation, I'm really liking. I mean, I don't see any issues with it at the moment, like how it's looking. What was next? I'm just trying to think of everything that I've tried. I mean, the eyeshadow palette, yes. Mascara, yes. Eyeliner, yes. Lip products, I mean, this is nice. I mean, it's not gonna like stay on the lips all day, so it will obviously transfer. Lip liner was just a bit dry in all honesty. Blush was nice. Highlighter, well, I've used the highlighter before. Concealer is nice. Everything I think has come together really well. Let me know what you've picked up recently and what you'll be picking up soon. If you've got any of these products, do you feel the same way? You kind of like, I don't agree with that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye.